Welcome back to my video tutorial. In the previous video, we have learned how to setting up server's connection. In this video, we're going to explain how to do one-way MySQL database replication. To do one-way MySQL database replication, first we setting up first server as master. Because the first server using Windows, so we need to open my.ini file. To open my.ini file, open SAM control panel, then click the config button and choose my.ini. Then inside the files, search for MySQLD. Then under the MySQLD, type logbin is MySQL bin. And for server ID is 1. And then save the notepad and close. Then we need to create a new user and grant its privilege to do replication slave. But if you have any user, you only need to grant its privilege to do replication slave. To create user, then run MySQL database from SAM control panel. Then run cmd and log in to your MySQL. Then write command to create user. Create user and its username. This is my own name as a username. And identify its password. Oops. And then we need to give or grant its privilege to do replication slave. To do that, type grant replication slave on to the username you wanted. Okay, it's done. Then we need to write some comments like flush tables with red lock. And then we need to show the master status. Here, after you execute show master status command, you will see log file and log position in your server. This is important that you will need when configuring the other server as a slave. And then for the last command, we need to unlock the tables. Okay, we're already done configuring the first server as master. Okay, we're moving to the second server. The second server will be setting up as slave server. The second server using Linux from Ubuntu. So we need to open my.cnf file. To open my.cnf file, it's just like we open my.ini file in Windows. So first open SAM control panel. In Ubuntu, to open SAM control panel as administrator, we need to confirm our administrator password and press enter. Okay. Then, in the SAM control panel window, choose Manage Servers tab. And then choose for MySQL database. And then click Configure button and choose to open the conf file. And then click Yes. And then inside the my.cnf file, then search for MySQLD. Under the MySQLD, type server ID is 2. And then click Save and close to get it. And then click OK. Then we need to determine which server will be the master of this second server. To do that, first start MySQL database from SAM control panel. Then open terminal and log in to your MySQL. Then we're logged in. After that, you will determine which server will be the master server of this server through some of these queries. First, change master to. Then we need to set the master host. Master host is the IP address of the first or master server. And then we need to set master user that we have created before. After that, we need to set, of course, the master user password. Then, after password, we need to set master port. This is the default master port. Then, we need to setting up the log file and log position. To do that, first, check the log file and log position in master server. Okay, now we're in master server. We can see the log file and the log position in command prompt. After that, we're going back to the slave server. Then, we need to set master log file. After that, set master log position. Then I set the master to retry connecting for 10 times. Okay. Then we need to start the slave process. Type start slave on the terminal. Okay, the slave process is running. After that, we need to see the slave status. To do that, type show slave status \G and close it, and then press enter. If the status say waiting for master to send even, then we successfully setting up the one-way replication. There, it is say waiting for master to send even. Then we need to test the one-way replication of MySQL database. To test the one-way MySQL database replication, we're doing that in 3 steps. First, we're going to create database, then we create table, and for the last, we're gonna insert data. Before create database, first we need to check the list of database. Then type show databases. Okay, this is the database that we have in slave server. What will happen if we create another database in master server? Now we're moving to master server. In master server, we will create a new database. To do that, first open command prompt and log in to your MySQL. Then type create database dbBank. Then we check the replication process in slave server. Then in the second server, we need to refresh the database list. Then how to do that? Just show database again, then press enter. See, there is a new database there, that is dbBank. Then we're going to create table and insert data inside the dbbank database. First, we will use dbbank database, then type use dbbank. Then we're going to check the tables inside the database, then type show tables. See, there is no tables inside the database. Then we're moving to master server to create a new table. To create table, we must choose the database that we wanted to use. Then type use dbbank. Okay. Then we write queries to create table. Create table TB nasabah. Okay, we have created a new table. Then we're going to check the replication in slave server. Now we need to refresh the table list. And you will see there is new table, that is table TB nasabah. Then we're gonna check the data inside the table. Then type select from TB nasabah. And it says empty set. It means there is no data inside the table. Now we're going to insert data from master server. To insert data, then type insert into. Then we're going to check the data replication in slave server. Then we're going to refresh the tables. And see, there are some new inserted data. It proves that the one-way MySQL database replication is already run successfully.